If you're looking for a durable camera stabilizer that's easy to move with and has a small footprint, then a monopod is one to consider. Let's take a look at 4 video monopods and their features. Hi everyone, I'm Mia. Working with a monopod has its pros and cons. It gives you tremendous flexibility to move around a location, set up quickly, and they only take up a small amount of space. But a monopod is not as sturdy as a tripod, and that lack of stability will often show up in the form of shaky or tilted footage. So what makes a monopod different for video and photography? A lot. First of all, with photography, you're freezing action. When it comes to video, you're tracking it. That means you'll need a monopod that's able to pan and tilt to keep up with the movement. Another standout feature is that many monopods designed for video include feet. 3 fold-out feet really help stabilize the camera to allow for smooth, continuous movement. And finally, you'll notice that video equipment in general uses a longer quick-release plate designed to slide in its track to help keep the balance of the camera centered. All of the monopods that we're looking at today have 4 extendable segments that make up the center leg. So let's take a look at them individually. Let's start with a good lightweight video monopod, the Benro A38FBS2. It's the folding feet version of the A38F monopod coupled with the S2 video head. This is the least expensive of the group and also the smallest and lightest monopod that I'm featuring. It weighs just 3 pounds and it can hold up to 5.5 pounds, so this is a great choice for a small to medium DSLR or a small camcorder. The video head features a 2.5-inch quick release plate, and the pan and tilt lock levers are on the head too. Both of these lock levers are supposed to control the tension on your pan and tilt maneuvers. I would say that's a bit of a stretch. It's not going to be the same as having a specific dial dedicated to controlling drag, but you may find that when these locks are tightened down, there's a little more friction to the movement. Because this is a complete video head with the pan and tilt built in, you could remove it and use it on tripod sticks. Not all the monopods that we're featuring today have that feature, and it'll allow you to switch between a monopod and a tripod on location. 3 flip locks release the single leg, which extends to almost 66 inches and collapses down to about 26 inches at its smallest. The feet release down with just a slight tug and fold up with the push of a button. This push button design is really easy to work with, and I like it a lot. The last thing I want to point out about the A38FBS2 is that it pans from the base. So if you want to use a different head, you could rotate the entire monopod from the base in a full 360-degree circle. The Manfrotto fluid monopod with 500 series head is a more solid video monopod that can support a camera up to 11 pounds. It weighs just 4.5 pounds. The tilt head has a long sliding quick release plate with both 1/4-20 and 3/8-16-inch screws. The tilt is unlocked with 1 twist knob on the head, and it has a good amount of drag built into it. That drag will make it easier to achieve smooth, slow camera tilts by letting the head do most of the work. The monopod's column extends with flip locks like the Benro, which some people love and some people hate. Personally, I love them because they extend the leg much faster than twist knobs do, which is great on location, but I've also heard complaints that these flip locks can catch on things. I haven't had that problem. Below the flip locks, you'll find the panning mechanism. Many of the Manfrotto heads have the pan built into the head, but this monopod has it built into the base, so the entire center leg rotates with the pan. This pan also has quite a bit of drag built into it, which I didn't really find on the others. It almost feels a little stiff, so work with it a bit until you feel comfortable achieving a slow, smooth pan. I did find that this monopod is the easiest to achieve smooth pans and tilts with. The 3 support feet release down with just a slight pull, but I'm not fond of the mechanism that you have to pull to fold them back up. It's a little hard on your fingers, and I prefer the push buttons that you'll find on the Benro feet. Now onto a monopod that feels like a hybrid to me. The Sirui P-204 combined with the L10 head has some great features for video, but it will also work well with most photography equipment because it has an Arca Swiss compatible quick release plate instead of the longer video plates that you'll see on the others. The Monopod has a sturdy, professional feel with some nice options. It takes a little more time to get set up than the others, so it's a good option for shoots like a corporate video, not a documentary on first responders. The head and body are ordered separately, but together will cost about as much as the Manfrotto and higher-end Benro that we're also looking at. The pan on this Sirui is unlocked with a blue texturized twist lock near the top of the column. Once unlocked, the foam grip and head pans a full 360 degrees. Now this is a little different than some of the others, and if you're going to take the pan off the head, then I really like the convenience of this design. The tilt is unlocked with a large knob on the L10 head, and it has degree measurements on the side for precise placement. The only thing that it's missing is a pan arm that you'll find on the others. 3 more rubber twist locks adjust the height, which maxes out at 63 inches. At its smallest, the Sirui P-204 collapses to 27 inches. At the bottom of the monopod body is a final texturized twist knob that unlocks the ball joint above the feet. Now, this allows you to tilt the entire monopod from the feet 20 degrees in any direction. Locked, this is the only monopod I'm featuring that will stand on its own with a camera attached, similar to a tripod. Now, a word of caution here. Monopods are not as sturdy as tripods, so even though this may not tip over on its own, bumping into it or even a really strong wind makes me really nervous if I'm not right there to catch the camera. So only lock it and take your hands off the camera when you're working in a place where you know it won't be disturbed. This monopod can support a heavy load of 17 pounds and it weighs about 3.5 pounds with the head included. The stabilizing feet are released with a push button. When they're all unfolded, they have a footprint that's much wider than the others we're featuring, which is really great for stability. So with button releases for each foot and a total of 5 twist locks to work with, you can see how it'll take a little more time to get this monopod ready to shoot, but you'll be rewarded with smooth footage and the flexibility to move around. Benro also offers a larger, more durable monopod called the A48FBS6. Now this monopod is the heaviest of the group, but it offers a few features that the others don't. The large, sturdy video head features a quick release plate. On the side, you'll find a dial to adjust the drag of the tilt, and on the other side, you'll find a dial for counterbalance. Counterbalance allows you to leave the camera at a tilted angle without physically holding onto it with the pan arm. Or if you're shooting with a combination of video accessories like audio gear or a map box, then it may help you balance everything out. The head also features a locking pan mechanism, so you can pan by releasing that lock and using the pan arm while holding the monopod base still. Or like the smaller Benro we looked at, you can also pan from the base. A handy bubble level light and extendable panning arm are among what I'll call the luxury features of this monopod. They're not huge additions, but they're nice to have. The center leg extends with flip locks and it has a maximum height of around 70 inches. It can support a load of 13 pounds and it weighs a little over 4.5 pounds. The video feet work the same way the ones do on the smaller version of this monopod. So now you should have a very thorough understanding of these 4 monopod options and be able to assess which one might work best for your video needs. I'm Mia McCormick. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
Scott Kelby here, and welcome to this quick tour of our online training. We have hundreds of online classes for you, covering everything from lighting to landscape photography. From portrait photography to sports, we have classes on wedding, automotive photography, shooting, food, fashion, travel, you name it. The most incredible part of this is the price. You get all of this for just $199 a year, or you can pay monthly for just $24.95. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week access from anywhere in the world. I invite you to join with us today and start learning right now.